And now, here's your host, Nicole Monique.
Hey everybody, and welcome to That's What She Said Sports. I'm your host, Nicole Monique. Just recently, we had the opportunity to tape 2 shows at Benchwarmers Sports Grill here in Atlanta. We had fun. We had everything you could want: sports, food, and fun. So take a look and let us know what you think. And remember, you can always hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, and our website.
Been partnering and collaborating with, and this is one of them. This is Thomas Murphy.
Hey everybody.
Thomas is actually an athletic director at the Colony Square Athletic Club in Midtown. Thomas also used to be a trainer of mine, and we're working together. He's going to help me get back into shape, and and he's also, we're going to be doing some segments where he's going to be giving everybody tips and everything. But I wanted him to come down because he also brought some products and some freebies for everybody. So Thomas, I'll let you kind of explain what you brought.
All right. Well, like she said, I'm the athletic director down at Colony Square Athletic Club. We're right on 14th and Peach Street, right in Midtown. 24/7 gym. You can't beat it. $10 a month. I've got 30-day passes right there on the table, and I've also got some BSN supplements. So NO Explode. I think I've got some fat burners there, Hyper Shred, and some protein powders. So go ahead and grab a sample and check it out.
Right, so if you wanted, you could sprinkle that on some of your wings or mozzarella sticks or, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Byron wanted to know if
You
they
gotta
had
come see me for that.
Yeah, Byron wanted to know if they had the instant swole pack. I think we're working on that. Yeah, but Tom, as you can see, he has a weight problem, so I'll be helping him out too. But he's a great trainer. He's really intense. And actually, there's some people here. He has a class on Saturday mornings called Anger Management. That's all I'm saying.
Come check it out. It's fun.
Yeah, well, he says it's fun, but
We got a YouTube video. You can check it out.
yeah, we have a YouTube video of me sweating and grunting and saying, "Oh God, it's lovely." Yes. Yeah, with Tom yelling at me. But I'm also wanted to let you know that I am partnering with my sister channel, which is called That's Atlanta. And I'm really excited about this partnership because not only will I be doing sports updates, but I also might be doing some entertainment updates as well. So check them out on that'satlanta.com, and you can find out more information about them on the flyer that we have passed around as well. So in about 5 to 6 more minutes, we're going to start our second show. So stick around and be sure to go to the other table so you can check out some of Tom's products, okay?
Grab one of my cards too if you want to do some training.
All right, thanks guys. All right, welcome back to That's What She Said Sports. We are at Benchwarmers. Can I hear it from the crowd? All right, I'm your host, Nicole Monique, and we're doing a segment where we like to talk, if I could just get it right, real sports talk with real fans. Right. And I have here Kerry. He is a Redskins fan. Don't hold that against him.
That's right, 4-time Super Bowl champions.
We have Benny. He's an Atlanta Falcons fan.
7-0, about to be 8-0.
And we have Byron, who will let you know it's all about the Steelers.
For real though. Hey.
And again, like I said, we are at Benchwarmers on Claremont Road. And you guys are having some drink specials. You have $6 Long Island iced teas. And you also have purple Hooter shooters. Try to say that 10 times. And one of my favorites is the fish and chips. So just again, want to put that out there. But what we like to do is talk about what's hot and what's not in sports. So the first thing I want to bring up to you guys, which I think will be interesting, especially for the ladies in the crowd, but they just announced that UFC, they might be bringing on women. And this is the Ultimate Fighting Championship. As we know, there's women. Why the faces? Really? Already? Okay, as we know, there's women in the MMA and there's women in Strikeforce. But what do you think about women in the UFC?
Mine stopped right at boxing. That's it. That's good. A little leather tossing, but that whole punching and elbowing in the face.
Yeah, but they're doing it now in Strikeforce. You have Gina Serrano. You got Cyborg Santos.
But they fight once every 3 months?
Yeah, but they're still fighting. I mean, we like to fight.
But still, that gives me a chance enough not to watch.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't want to see the women getting all beat down.
All right, moving on from the sexist. Benny and Gary.
Two more sexist. His stops at boxing. Mine doesn't even start at boxing.
Wow.
I mean, it's just the brutality of the sport. I mean, it just, I hate to say it needs to be reserved for men.
Okay.
But I mean, you're talking about a brutal, like knockout, drag out sport. Nothing about that says women.
Well,
To me, I mean.
I'm just saying, if you've ever seen us ladies, you can agree at DSW when they're having a sale. I think you just described that. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, knockout, brutal. I'm just saying. Carrie?
Yeah, but the ladies at the sale, they're wearing Pradas and Coach. That's the type of lady I want to see fighting, okay? Not Spalding in a jump rope, all right?
No, not that lingerie football.
We'll leave that one alone.
The lingerie football, I got into that a little bit, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just
and
saying.
let's pull it back.
It's still a sport, though.
No, it's not a sport. But
it is.
We'll talk about that another
Okay,
time.
all right.
Okay, all right. Let's talk college football. How about that?
Let's talk.
All right, I just want to know, with the college football fans out there, can anybody beat Alabama?
Yes.
It's got to take a miracle.
Who?
LSU.
Yes, it's You think LSU can beat Alabama?
LSU can beat Alabama.
Okay.
Put
Not-
your lunch money on it.
Not Oregon?
No.
No.
Really?
West Coast can never beat an SEC team. They just won't happen.
I agree with you on that one.
They
Okay.
just won't. They don't play a tough enough schedule. They don't get beat around all season. When they come to the South, they play somebody below the Mason-Dixon line, they get beat up all the time.
Well, being from the North, I'm just going to put it out there. Hello. We can play college football. We'll give it up for the Big Ten. Okay.
All three of them.
All three of us. That's all right. We got some issues, but I digress. But anywho, so you're saying LSU could beat Alabama, but not Oregon.
I don't see Alabama getting beat. I mean,
Okay.
I don't see anybody that can match up well with. I mean, they could beat probably a quarter of the NFL teams that are out there.
Yeah.
So I don't see anybody beating them. Nick Saban is no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, even the coaching, I don't think anybody can outcoach him and have
Well,
the grip on their players. the way he
Here's my thing with Alabama. They're not boys. Those are robots. Those are grown men playing. So that's why it's not fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he had some boys who actually were playing, because those kids have been out of college for years.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Thank you. They've been out of college for a long time.
But not only that, though, you're talking about Nick Saban. So they're going to go 4 deep
Yeah.
at all skill positions.
Right.
So it's not necessarily an SEC thing. It's Nick Saban. So he has speed. He also has strength and size. There's no one else that can match up with him.
And discipline.
Exactly.
That's the key.
You know, I like
That's
LSU
the
a
key
lot.
right there.
Right.
I like
Disciplined
LSU a
players.
lot, but you know, we play real football here. This
Yeah.
grown man football.
All right, well, since we're sticking on the SEC, I want to know, does Georgia deserve to be in the top 10? Personally, I'm sorry if there's any Georgia fans out there. I don't think you do. I don't think you've played anybody. I mean, who they played? North Cobb High School. I think they played a couple Pee Wee leagues.
Gresham Rattlers.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think they should be in the top 10. I mean, what do you guys think? Uh-oh.
We got Gresham in the house.
But they moved them up to number 6, so it'll show.
Yeah.
It'll show next week if they're really a number 6 team. Or
Okay.
if they belong in the top 10.
Okay.
They're riding SEC coattails. I mean, Georgia's benefiting from the success of the SEC.
Right.
Point blank. They're not top tier.
So was beating Florida a fluke?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
They beat themselves.
Okay.
All those turnovers, all
Negative.
those faux pas. Hey, I'm with you on the FSU.
I have to agree to
But-
disagree. I have to agree to disagree. Number 29 is a football player. Anybody who wanted to know that asked me before that game,
Yeah.
I explained to him. If 29 is on the field, all bets are off.
Okay.
Florida doesn't have a chance. He was like an amoeba out there. I mean, he was everywhere. You know what I mean? I mean, from making key stops,
Right.
causing fumbles, you know, picking balls off. You can't teach that.
But you do have to agree they've had a soft schedule. I mean, they really haven't played anybody.
I respect them because at the quarterback position, I do think they have a decent quarterback.
Okay.
But they don't have all the pieces to the puzzle. So
Right.
are they top 10? Absolutely not.
Okay. So I want to bring up the Big Ten again because I have to.
Why?
Because I have to. It's in
You
the
play too
contract.
much.
It's in the contract,
You
and
play
it's my
too
show.
much.
So
You're right. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead on there.
10 seconds.
Go ahead on there.
can Michigan ever make a comeback? And again, I hear crickets.
They need serious recruiting. The
Well, we
Big Ten-
finally got a better coach.
Exactly, but
So-
you have got to be able to keep blue chip recruits.
Yeah.
You know, every other day, you know, you have recruits that are bolting.
Right.
So if they can keep some of the recruits that they can really get a hold of, I think they'll be fine.
Well, you say bolting, I say stolen, but I'm
Same thing.
Just put it out there.
Same thing.
But
Just
all they
depending on
gotta-
where you're from.
Right.
Same
Okay.
thing.
All they got to do is start winning. and that's going to help in your recruiting. You start winning, you'll get the recruits you need to continue to win, and then you'll be able, you'll be successful later on down the road. But you like to say, you got to get that first 2 or 3 in there. That's going to help you say, okay, hey, these are some star
that'll be
players.
staples.
Let's make it happen.
I
Start
agree.
winning. You'll start having some better luck.
Okay,
Well,
Benny?
they're going to benefit from the Penn State fiasco to a certain extent.
And we had to bring that up.
I mean, I hate to do it, but you want to bring up Big Ten. If we stayed the SEC, we wouldn't be talking about this.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But I think they're going to benefit, want to be one of the teams to benefit the most from,
Right.
the
Yeah.
recruiting, from the recruiting standpoints, and they're going to get a few of the blue chippers that would have typically gone there.
Okay.
Out of the state of Pennsylvania, they're going to grab some. Ohio State are going to grab some.
Right.
Michigan State is going to grab some. And it's just a matter of who they grab and how they can grow that program.
All right. Well, all I have to say is go blue. We'll see what happens. So let's go on to the NFL because there's a lot of goodies here. I want to talk real quick about Roger Goodell, a.k.a. RG1. Yes, I gave him a nickname.
The Godfather.
Does the bounty scandal, the replacement refs, and just his tone, do you think that has tarnished his reputation and his, branding? You know what I mean? Especially with the replacement refs. I mean, that went on way too long.
I think so, because when you talk about referees, they are the controllers of the game.
Right.
When you got guys that came from the lingerie league, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
you
Actually,
know,
they did. They did come from that lingerie league.
It kind of drops
Yeah.
the whole
Right.
class of your organization.
Right.
So, his work is cut out for him to put the NFL back, in the top echelon so
Yeah.
far as, just being America's sport.
Well, and even bigger than that, I think the bounty scandal with all the back and forth,
Right.
that piece, to me, has been the most damage.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with coming off of a strike.
Yeah.
And then you have this replacement referees, the bounty scandal that we didn't know what was happening.
Right.
Make your decision. If you're supposed to be the commissioner, hey, this is the penalty, this is the fine.
Right.
Boom, that's it.
Right.
I agree.
Right.
I mean, he's corrupt. He's just as bad as any of the others.
Okay.
And he's becoming top tier
Right.
as far as, everything that he's done and allowing the league to do. And then he backtracks and he tries to clean it up.
Right.
I think his reputation is already tarnished.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next commissioner to come in and do the right thing. And
Right.
I think he's really going to set the stage for the right person to come in
Yeah.
and really make the league what it needs to be. He benefited from the brand and that NFL shield.
Right.
And that's the only thing that's saving him.
Right. All right. Well, next, I want to talk about the team, one of the most popular teams in the NFL, which sometimes I don't know why. I've nicknamed them the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I'm talking about the Jets because there's so much drama. Tebow just recently has, he's trademarked the Tebowing, so that's gone on. But just recently, he was voted, if you didn't know, one of the most overrated players in the NFL by his peers. So I just wanted to ask you first, do you all agree with that? Because Sanchez was second as far as the most overrated.
But whose fault is it? Is it Tebow's fault that everybody put him on that? Because coming in, he should have never been drafted in the first round.
Right.
He would have still been there today, and you could have got him for $2.5 million.
Right.
I think we do that. I think we put those people over what they need, higher than they really are.
Well, yeah, and I know just recently Tebow has said it's not my fault. He said basically that's the media. And you know what? For any other player, I probably would have agreed with him until he went ahead and got a talent agent, and he's always on red carpet events.
That's tacky.
I mean, so you know what I mean? So he's kind of put himself out there.
Well, with Sanchez, he was doing commercials before he came to practice. So, hey, everybody making money.
Yeah.
You get it while you can.
Right. So
It starts with Rex Ryan. I mean, he's a sideshow
Yeah.
himself, and what he puts out there sets the tone for everything else.
right.
Because Darrelle Revis wasn't acting as big of a fool as he was acting without the influence of Rex Ryan. He
Right.
came out there, he played ball, he shut down your big guy, and then that was it.
Yeah.
But now you got to be on Revis Island. And right now, Revis Island is closed for the season.
Yeah.
So,
and Santonio Holmes, they're both out.
exactly.
So
And it goes from there. Sanchez is a sideshow now, and then Tebow is making himself a sideshow. He didn't do any of this before he got there.
So why is it that they're always in the news, or we always make them relevant? I mean, is it just because it's a sideshow and we like watching a train wreck?
They're in New York. They
That-
can't
Exactly.
go unnoticed in New York.
Right.
The bright lights of Broadway.
So if they were Cleveland Browns, we wouldn't even
Plain and
care.
simple.
Okay.
The
And
bright
I
lights.
apologize for the Cleveland Browns fans out there.
Yeah, because I ain't no
So-
Tebow fan. Let
All
me
right.
go on record.
So let's talk about another quarterback who I think is relevant. He's just having a hard time. Michael Vick. should Michael Vick get benched? The Eagles just came out recently and said we're not going to bench him. He's our starter. That's it. So if they're going to keep him, then you get rid of Andy Reid.
I say get rid of Andy Reid, keep him, and then see what happens. I mean, it's all coaching there. That whole problem with that team is coaching. That coach should have been gone 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
When Donovan McNabb was a problem for him, you should have left.
Right.
That's when they should have departed with him back when McNabb was leaving.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at the obvious. I think Andy Reid must go, but I also think that you have to look at the pieces that are in place.
Right.
I mean, he's never been able to stand back in the pocket. Even if he wanted to, he can't. So it's quite obvious to me. You always have to spend your money closest to the ball.
Right.
Philadelphia hasn't done that. So you can't blame it on Vic. You know, I personally like him. I think he's a great athlete.
But he has no protection.
None. Zero.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where when I watch the games, I'm like, the Golden Girls would do better in this front line.
You have a scrambling quarterback that you want to stand in the pocket. Come on.
Good luck.
Yeah.
He's like an umbrella with no umbrella. You know, he's just a stick holding up. There's no covering.
Is that a Southern thing? Because I didn't get that.
Yeah, don't worry, but we'll come back to that later.
I'm just saying an umbrella without
There'll
an umbrella.
be a test later.
You know, the umbrella you let out and it's still going up. You get
Exactly.
Trying to pull it back down. That's him.
right.
Offensive line that won't help you.
All right, well, let's segue into the other things that don't make sense. D'Angelo Hall. He just recently acted a fool, and he's going to get suspended. We know that. But what is up with him? I mean, because there was a time where he was actually a good cornerback, but it seems like now, okay, my bad. I thought there was a time he was a good cornerback, but it just seems like it's progressively getting worse. He's always constantly fighting with the refs or just somebody.
He's an attention hog.
Okay.
He's not an athlete. I never liked him from day one.
Right.
Even when the Falcons put high hopes on him. There's been one Deion Sanders, and that's it. There'll never be another one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The thing about it is that you can be a student of the game. You can play the position the way that it needs to be played.
Right.
But when your skills start to diminish, don't do ill-fated things to just bring your team down. That's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
Who touches a referee?
Right.
In any sport.
Yeah, and he's been doing this for a while.
Garbage.
Cancer.
Straight garbage. I mean, D'Angelo Hall is probably one of the worst corners.
Okay.
I put anybody ahead of him. Because the thing is, his ego gets in the way.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
mediocre at best.
Okay.
But then he thinks he's great. So he wants to line up against your best, and then he gets burnt. I think the only reason that he doesn't have more touchdowns scored on him is because of the quarterback doesn't see him when he goes through his progression.
Yeah.
He needs to look to whatever side D'Angelo Hall is on first, because he's going to get burnt. He's the second coming of Ray Buchanan.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Was that
Really?
Was that a local dig?
Local dig, he was here too.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, hopefully Brent Grimes will make Atlanta at least a little bit more relevant when it comes
Right.
to cornerbacks. We've had some of the worst corners ever.
Yeah.
We got a great core now, but, I mean, D'Angelo Hall, I mean, we just had garbage. And we send them off and they're garbage somewhere else. And D'Angelo Hall fits that mold.
But that tells you had 3 teams take him. 3 teams took him,
Yeah.
but each team kept part of his salary.
Right.
That tells you right there, this dude, what do you have him for?
Yeah.
I'm willing to take $17.5 million of his salary and give him to you. You pay $3 million of it. Come on. That tells you right there, this
Yeah.
guy is not for any football team. He's not for the Pee Wee League or AAU. The guy, and look, I'm a Redskins fan. He can't come out in D.C.
Yeah.
He better not have a party in D.C.
Right.
In the famous words of old Joe Cinco, child, please. Get rid of him.
All right, so let's talk about some other players who are not playing right now, and it's the choice of words, but just work with me. Who has a better shot at making a comeback in the league, Plaxico Burress,
They shoot.
Chad Johnson, or T.O.?
Plaxico.
Plaxico? I'm hearing some Plaxico?
Plaxico.
Okay.
You know, that's a tough one. You know, Plexico was never fast. He was a big guy with great hands. Maybe if he put on a little weight as a tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, Plexico.
I disagree. He has a fit, and he has a particular position.
Right.
He's not going to be your number 1 and number 2, but you get in the red zone,
Number
and you
3?
need that guy.
Number
jumping
5?
the ball.
Number
He
15.
Well, out of the
Going once.
Out of the 3, he has a place. I don't see a place for Ocho Cinco except on, Basketball Wives or Football Wives or whatever wives he was on. And then T.O., I mean, come on now.
But it's the NFL.
But see, I see actually out of all three, I see T.O. making a comeback.
Absolutely.
I can see T.O.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what? I tend to agree with you there because T.O. still has a little bit more to offer.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're talking about the NFL. Plaxico got to be able to get off the line.
Yeah.
Corners are bigger, stronger, faster now. He's just a big guy.
Right.
If he can't move those puppies and get off the line, he's no good to nobody.
But I think a lot of these teams are steering away from those type of players.
Yeah.
Problem players right now. It's like, you know what? We've tried it. T.O., you played for 15 of the 32 teams.
So let me ask you, what team right now could Plaxico be on? I mean, what team needs Plaxico?
The Jets definitely need him.
Okay.
Seattle could probably use an actual receiver that's going to be healthy.
Right.
I mean, I could see him in Minnesota.
If nothing else, just like the 49ers with Moss.
Exactly.
He would make you man-to-man.
Right.
So at least your other receivers are going to shine because now you can't double up on my top receiver.
Exactly.
Because he's going to help take
Right.
There's a
Moss
place
is
for him.
still, he's a threat.
Right.
You might not be throwing to him a lot, but you better cover him.
Yep.
Because if you don't cover him, he's going for 6.
I was thinking like Brookwood Broncos or something.
All right. So I have somebody who wants to know about Michael Turner.
No drinking and driving. But see,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
you know, hey,
I like Michael Turner personally. I thought he was great in San Diego.
Yeah.
But when he came to Atlanta, I think the bright lights of the big city kind of got to him.
But what happened to him? I
you
mean, there was
had-
a minute there, it was all about Michael Turner.
Exactly. He's no longer a burner. He's more like a soapbox.
They know how to play him.
Yeah.
They know his running style. His legs are bigger than me. I mean, you put me and Kerry, we're each one of his legs. But why are you bouncing out
Right.
whenever you hit contact?
Yeah.
You have Jason Snelling that loves contact, and he's a slightly smaller as far as thickness than you are.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be that back that hits the hole like Bettis and keeps going.
But then
you like
isn't it up to
bounce
the
out.
coaches to help him with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yeah,
but once you're on the field, hey, I can tell you how to run. They need to go back to the Washington Redskins when John Riggins would get the ball.
did he bring up
wasn't
John
running the right
Riggins?
direction.
Yeah.
Straight ahead.
Redskins.
The original?
Yeah.
Redskins?
Anytime he can bring up the Redskins, he's going to bring them up.
hard.
So.
Doug
This is
Williams is
hard.
coming up next.
Stay tuned.
Super Bowl, Doug Williams.
yeah, there you go.
All right, well, let's segue into Super Bowl. Who do you all think is going to the Super Bowl?
Come on.
Redskins.
Oh, Lord.
I can't speak for the NFC. I can't.
Who do you guys think
But
is
out
going
of
to
the
the Super Bowl?
AFC, it's going to be
All
black
right,
and yellow.
I hear the Falcons.
Well,
Falcons.
let's do it, then. Let's do
My
it.
prediction 2 years ago was Falcons, Texans, and I'm still going with that.
Falcons, Texans.
Because the thing is,
Yeah.
it's a magical season. They put things in place, and this is the season that San Francisco had last year. I see it coming that they couldn't cash in on.
I gotta give a shout out to the Broncos. We got somebody wearing some Denver Broncos over there. Could you see Denver in the Super Bowl?
No.
Bless his heart.
They're still missing a few
He
people.
over there like, what? Who, me?
No, I doubt it.
I mean, if, in fact, the Falcons make it to the NFC Championship game,
Yeah.
it's a wrap. But they still have pieces that have to gel together. I
Yeah.
mean, the defense is playing lights out. The offense,
Yeah.
you don't know who's going to show up on Sunday.
Right.
And, of course, in the AFC, I'm going to always choose the black and yellow.
Yeah, we know.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
We know.
Let's
But
check.
I need you all to do better with your
check it.
uniforms.
No, that was by design.
No. Y'all look like bees
Oh, so
last
you didn't
week.
get the
Y'all
memo.
messed
You
up
didn't get the
HD.
memo.
Oh, no, I did get the memo,
No,
and all of a sudden I had a taste for Honey Nut Cheerios every time I turned on the game.
See, we
That's all I'm
did that
saying.
to confuse the defense.
Is
Where
that
you
what-
been at?
Oh, you confused everybody because I was trying to fix my color.
Yeah.
You see, I got an old school TV. Trying
Yeah,
to fix the color.
See, those
Yeah.
uniforms were for the non-HD fans.
Oh, okay.
See?
Okay. Well,
You and
all I
all your
know
little
is
HD.
let's work on
sitting
that.
up there all dizzy and confused, about to throw up, watching football.
All right. Well, you guys have been great. Can we give a round of applause to Byron, Benny, and Carrie? And let's also keep it going. I want to thank Benchwarmers for letting us be here tonight to tape our first 2 shows.
Yeah, bench warmers. Warm the bench.
And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank all of you who came out. I really appreciate it. Like I said, this has been a dream of mine. This is exciting. We're going to keep it moving. Continue to support us on Twitter, Facebook. Go to our website. We have a YouTube channel. You'll be able to see these shows next week. And lastly, I just want to thank, again, the crew, Percy Easley, Cedric Walker, and Clinton Gray, for their help. And like I always say on Twitter and Facebook, make a difference. And we'll see you next time on That's What She Said Sports.
Yeah. Good job.